So Survivor episode 2 is here and we see the fall of Adam. And the reasons that he fell might be different than what you initially think. And we also got to see what alliance breakdown there is in each of the tribes. First, let's cover the blue tribe because they don't go to tribal, and a lot of the dynamics of those alliances will play out in the next episode, so we'll save a lot of it for that. But so far we've got Samantha, Henry, Sarah, Jackie and Brolin on the one side, with Henry and Jackie scheming to overthrow Samantha and Brolin, but a lot of that comes out next episode. And on the opposing side, we've got Ben, Luke, Odette, Michelle and Jericho, with Luke and Jericho plotting to overthrow Michelle, and Kent is kind of floating around in the middle. So on the surface you've got 5 versus 5 with Kent being the swing vote, but there's people looking to backstab on both alliances, so anything could happen next time these people go to tribal, especially with loose cannon Luke running around like Tony Bledsoe making spy shacks and all this crazy shenanigans, and Henry finding an immunity idol. We all know you can use a well-placed immunity idol can completely flip the vote, so I'm really looking forward to seeing what happens when these guys go to tribal, but we'll save an in-depth analysis for when that happens. But the pink tribe were at tribal this time, so let's focus on them. Now at the beginning of the episode, Adam breaks down the different alliances. He says there's him, Tara, Kate, Tess and Ziggy versus Lockie, True Blue, Peter, Jared, Amy, Annalisa, with AK floating around in the middle somewhere, not connected to anybody. Now obviously when we look at this you say, well, Adam's got 5 versus Lockie's 6. He's not going to be able to change the game with that. He's going to have to pull in an extra vote just to even it out, which would mean, logical choice, AK, right? AK did approach Adam at the beginning of the show, the very first day, and said, let's make a deal. He does feel on the outs, and Adam did make an effort to sort of like console him at the beginning of the episode. So there's plenty of groundwork there for him to pull AK over onto his side and make it even, and then he's got a good shot of like maybe shaving an extra vote away from Lockie's side, perhaps Jared, because AK and Jared do have a good rapport already. So if you brought AK over, you could bring Jared over as well, and then you've got the majority. But that's not what Adam decides to do. Adam decides instead to target AK. Why? I don't know. I don't know. But the fault is not just on Adam's part in this, because AK, who knows he's on the outs, after he spots the clue in the boat, but then Adam ends up getting it through using the girls to distract AK, AK sits down and says to the camera, that's when I decided it's time to remove the kingpin, meaning Adam. No, AK, it's not time to remove the kingpin, it's time for you to align with the kingpin, so you're in an alliance of 6 versus 6 and you've actually got a chance of surviving. But he seems to have bought into this whole Adam versus AK thing, even though there's a majority alliance out there that can wipe all of them out. But AK said several times his goal was to create so much chaos that he can break apart Adam's power structure around him and then he can be picked off. And that is basically what happened. Him finding the idol but then faking them out with the chicken idol, so that they see the chicken idol, so obviously fake, they go, yeah, of course he doesn't have an idol. But then he pulls out the real one. That was a great misdirection. He totally fooled them all, and that's a great idea too, of like showing an obviously fake idol so that people go, well, of course he doesn't have a real idol, but you actually do. But it's a great way to throw them off the scent. That was brilliant. And I also liked that how when he was at the tribal, he must have also sensed that he'd done a good enough job of creating chaos that Adam was going to be taken out, because he didn't play the idol to protect himself. He instead played the idol to protect Jared, who was in no real danger anyway, but AK obviously did it to repair some of the relationship between them, because he needs allies, of course. He needs friends to keep going. So apart from AK not looking to try and like side with Adam in his alliance, in his goal of breaking up Adam's alliance, he was very successful, did a very good job. The only thing I would add is maybe when he played his idol, if he wanted to sow further dissension in the ranks, he could have said something along the lines of, just for the record everyone, I didn't find this was given to me in exchange for my vote. And then he plays it. See, that way everyone would be thinking, well, who gave him the idol? And they gave him the idol so that he'd vote a certain way. Who did this person want him to vote for? And you can create all this suspicion about, oh, there's a rat, there's a traitor. And, you know, then he could just pick some random name of anyone he wants. He could like paint a target on anyone's back with that. But since his goal was to repair his relationship with Jared, probably wasn't a good idea to say that right before you're about to play it for Jared, because then everyone would think it was Jared. So what do I know, right? But that deception, that switcheroo from the fake chicken idol to the real idol, that was great. That was great deception. But now he's obviously shown his capacity for deception. That means everyone's going to view him as a snake more than they already do, and once you get that reputation on Survivor, people start to see your hand involved in everything, everywhere, even stuff that you have nothing to do with, and it can just become impossible for you to make a move because just people won't listen, they just don't trust you. But speaking about people not listening, nobody listened to Adam. So as I said last episode, Adam might be seen as a schemer, but I don't think he's really dangerous because I don't think he has any capacity to actually influence people. That's what I said. And boy, did we see that in this. When we look at the way his so-called alliance voted, not only did Tara not vote with the alliance, but Kate didn't vote with the alliance either. The plan was they were all going to vote for Annalisa, but Tara voted for Kate, her fellow ally in that alliance, because she's jumping ship, probably because she sees this is built on shaky ground, this alliance, and she's got to, you know, build their house somewhere else, so good for her. Kate, however, was the only one who voted for AK. I don't know, did she not know she was supposed to vote for Annalisa? Were they trying to split votes? Surely they knew they didn't have the numbers to split votes. I don't know, I don't know what's the deal. Is she just stupid? Why did she vote for AK when no one else in her group did? I just don't understand. I don't understand. But the point is, even though Tara seems to get a lot of blame for switching in the next episode, even if she had stayed loyal and voted Annalisa, it still wouldn't have been enough. It would have been a tie between Annalisa and Adam. And then once Annalisa and Adam would not have been able to vote on the revote based off the voting patterns previously, it probably would have been Adam again. So in summary, I think the lesson that can be learned from the fall of Adam is he didn't go home because of Tara jumping ship, because that wasn't enough. He didn't go home because of AK's chicken idol shenanigans. He went home because of his failure to keep his own tribe together. If he had kept both Tara and Kate on board, he would have been okay. And if he had managed to pull in AK, he would have been even better. But he, for some reason, was so focused on taking out AK that it was almost like he couldn't see anything else. He was blinded to the fact that he was 5 against 6. He was blinded to the fact that he's acting in a way that alienates some of his own allies and also removes any possibility of making new allies. So not only did he not see where the numbers were, he also made a play for the wrong person, and he did it in totally the wrong way that alienates his own friends. You gotta keep your house in order in Survivor, because people can say they're with you, but unless you've built that bond and there's trust and everyone knows what's going on, an alliance doesn't really mean that much. So now, based off what happened in this episode, within this pink tribe, I sort of picked Sarah last episode as the #1 contender of the blue tribe. Here in the pink tribe, I actually think Tara might be the #1 choice, because she seems to have been able to see which way the wind was blowing far better than anyone else on her alliance was. And she also seems to be able to communicate with people on different sides. There was a lot of communication breakdown in this episode between the two alliances. Tara, however, she was there with the majority alliance building the shelter. She was sitting chatting with people in the majority alliance on the beach. She seems to be far more adaptable, and she also seems to be one of those people who's like an information bridge between different factions. That's a powerful position to be in, because even if people do want you out, they can't take you out because you're a source of information for them on the opposition. So I actually think, and I hope, that she'll go pretty far in this game if she's to continue to sort of read the terrain like she did in this episode, in realizing that she had to get out from under the wing of Adam if she wanted to survive. So Tara is my pick for the pink tribe. Let me know what you guys thought of the episode in the comment section below, and if you're a Survivor fan, please share this video around, because there's not that many people out there reviewing the Australian Survivor episodes, and there really should be, because this is shaping up to be a very good season, very densely packed, some of these episodes. So help get the word out if you can. So let me know what you thought of the episode in the comment section. Until next time, I'll see you later.